Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Chainlink. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch it. It's going to be in the top right-hand corner of your screen right now. Also, I have two donation links down below in the description. If you want to support Ukraine, you can do so by going over to the official websites. Thank you all for the support, and let's get on with the video. So jumping into the daily chart on TradingView, I want to show you the Fibonacci retracement that I have set up. So as you can see, this is our swing low that we printed in July of 2021 and the high that we printed in May. And as you can see, we did have a 1.618 target here at $5.59. And we have retested that zone a couple of times, once in May, a couple of times in June, and we haven't come back to that zone. And this was our technical target, right? So after you start losing the July bottom here, you started losing it over here in April this year, and you came back down to the target and you retraced from there. Obviously, you can see that you were in this channel down pattern, this blue channel to the downside. You started breaking out of it a bit here in August, but then you came back into it, and right now you're kind of in a fake out move above it once again. We'll see if we can come back down to the 1.618 level once again. If we do that, that would be a great buying opportunity, and I will definitely be dollar cost averaging at that point. So, and this level over here, the 1.618, once again, let me give you the support, the price tag for that. So it's basically around $5.65. So zooming in a little bit more over here just to see what's going on. So the yellow channel up pattern that we are in right now, as you can see, also has a fake out above it over here in August. We came back into the pattern, almost retested. Actually, I should just move the pattern a little bit. So I did adjust it a little bit from the previous updates. I just made it so we have a couple of touches here, and these two moves would be fake out. So this is a valid resistance trend line that we have. So basically, think of this as simply a support and a resistance trend line, and we're just bouncing up and down in between them, and we're having a couple of fake out moves meanwhile. So as you can see, we did retest the bottom of the channel here on August, or at the end of August. And essentially what we did over here after hitting the resistance of the yellow channel again is we came back down to the previous resistance of the blue channel. As you can see, the blue channel has been rejecting us at this resistance, right? And we came back and we retested it as support. And from there, we had a move to the upside of around about 16%. So as you can see from there, we're dumping back down to the 20 EMA. Ethereum's merge is really driving the price down right now. We did talk about this for a very long time, and I did warn you about the consequences of the CPI data and the Ethereum merge coming out. Also, the FOMC meeting happening on September 21st, in my opinion, is going to have negative effect on the crypto market. So be ready with some cash to buy into the dip. Not a financial advice, but that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, the second Fibonacci retracement that I have on is a bit smaller, right? So we're just using this smaller fractal. And as you can see, once you came back down from this high, you printed this high, you came back down, created the low, you came all the way up into the golden ratio, which is at $8.06. And from there, you started coming back down. You created a nice double M top pattern, which we're going to have a technical target for that in a second. But essentially what happened is you created a lower high, you ran into the golden ratio, which means that this is called a dead cat bounce. So this is when you create a high, you start retracing back to it, but you get rejected by the 0.618, and from there you continue dumping. So our minimal target right now, and in case of a capitulation, in case Bitcoin starts coming back down lower, is going to be $6.86. This would be a great entry in my opinion. Now let's zoom in a little bit more. You can see that we do have this double M top pattern. So this is basically when you create two highs, and we are going to see what the target from that is. So basically I take a trend line from the top of the pattern all the way down to the bottom, and then you take the trend line and the length of the trend line and you place it at the bottom, right? Exactly where the bottom is here. That's the bottom. And that is going to be your target at $6.12. But this will only be the target if you start losing this low here. If you start losing the low of $7. Okay, so if you start losing that, obviously it doesn't mean that you're going to perfectly land on $6.12. What I would target instead is the $6.20, which is basically the swing low of this Fib retracement, as you can see, which we have on our screens right now. So $6.20, $6.86. And yeah, those are two good dollar cost averaging levels in my opinion. Obviously, what you could also target is the support of the yellow channel. As you can see, we had a bounce from that level in July. We had a wicks below in June. We bounced from it once again in August, and we could potentially be looking at another retest of this support here in September. Also, I'm anticipating a move into November, as not as bullish as we saw last year, but we could potentially see a move all the way up to $12 here, especially with the Chainlink staking being announced this month. Hopefully, we could see a major price rally for Chainlink, and we could see the price reaching the 1.618 target. But that will be our target only after we start breaking this high here at $9.49. So if you want to be swing trading, then wait for wait for Chainlink to get overbought on the RSI, and that would be a great exit. Jumping into the daily chart here, as you can see, we have run into the yellow resistance trend line once again, and we're coming back down. So essentially, we were in this symmetrical triangle, and I don't think we're going to hold this support, the lower yellow trend line, but we did do that twice here in June, in July, and then you could consider this a back test in September. But what I would be targeting instead is I would be targeting this white trend line over here, the ascending support trend line that we have, because I think we could hold it as support. We've done that once in May. We've done that once in August, potentially one more retest here in September, and off we go into a move getting closer to November. Let's switch over to the Binance website. Moving over into the daily chart on Binance, we do have some sort of a ascending triangle here, and this is because we are printing highs in the same area. Let me just fix up this brush for you. We're printing highs in the same area. Let me just increase that. And we're constantly printing higher lows. So this is an ascending triangle, and the target from this pattern, I'm going to show you how can you get that target. So basically you take a trend line, and from where the pattern was created all the way down, okay, and you place it at the point of breakout. And that will give you a target at $12.70. So that is pretty close to the 1.618 target from our last Fibonacci retracement that we looked at. But for this to be valid, we obviously need to break the resistance of the pattern, which is over here, right? But you also want to be holding the support of the pattern. So if you start losing this ascending support trend line, the pattern is going to be invalidated. Now, what often happens is that you start losing the support of the pattern and people get liquidated, right? So you drop down here and then you start coming back up and you actually carry out and go all the way up to the target. So this is called a fake out, and this happens a lot of the times because you're not the only one looking at this pattern. And what people would do, especially market makers, is they would try to invalidate the pattern so that everyone loses hope and people get liquidated, and then you come back, have a nice retest, and you break the resistance and you come to your target. So that's why leverage trading is very dangerous, and I never do it. I never leverage trade. Spot is the place to make money, and leverage is the place to lose money. Of course, if you're not a degen and you have a 2x leverage and you're just being safe and you have your risk management on point, then you can make some money, obviously. But 90%, 95% of people leverage trading lose their money. So keep that in mind. So you could target the support of this pattern. And let me just bring the arrow a bit forward. So this would be around about $6.50. So you have multiple support levels. You have multiple resistance levels to the upside. Obviously, this resistance is a strong resistance level at $9.32 or 33 cents. You could run into it once again and get rejected back down. That could also happen, obviously. you come up, and then you come back down here because you've already done that once and twice. So there is a possibility we could do it a third time. So that is basically it for Chainlink. I'm not swing trading it at the moment. I do have a couple of sell orders up for it, and I'm waiting for the staking to be announced. And I do think that potentially could help the price reach our target here at $12.50. And if you're looking for a higher target, or not a higher target, but if you're looking for a confirmation of this level, then I would look no further than this low that we printed in March of last year. And as you can see, the target from this ascending triangle completely and perfectly matches the low that we printed here in March of this year. So we haven't retested that resistance level yet, right? So you lost this level here in April. In May, you came back down. Potentially right now you could come up, back test this level as resistance, and then come back down. So $12.55 is a great, or 56 cents is an important level for us to retest. If we get so bullish and we start breaking through it, that would be nice if we even back tested it and continue on with the trend. But I just don't think that's going to happen. I'm trying to manage my expectations, and mostly I'm just trying to buy in to my altcoins at cheaper prices. So thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to join me on Patreon. I do drop in daily updates in there. You can request videos and technical analysis. I started a podcast series in there as well, and I drop my low cap gems in there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.